Hello, welcome to Firearms of America, and today we have another Under Armour boot review, and this is Under Armour Culver mid waterproof. They called it sneaker, but to me this is more like a hiking slash tactical boot in this particular color configuration. So let me tell you, if you don't have a whole 15-20 minutes to watch this review, maybe you're a businessman or politician, I understand. So, if you don't have time to watch the review, let me tell you, these boots are great. If you're looking at them, go ahead, buy them. They do run true to the size. I only have a few complaints about these boots, which you're not gonna find out if you don't watch the whole review. Ha! Alright, so as some of you guys already know, this review is specifically for my ultimate survival boot section. Meaning that if these were the boots, the last boots that you put on in crazy, scary situation, you had to run out of your house and walk and run, whether it's a catastrophe or war, whatever, you had to climb, you had to go through different terrains, different temperatures. Would this be a good boot? And this is what we're gonna try to determine. And really amongst many other things that we're gonna determine whether it's a good hiking boot or a tactical boot in general. Alright, so how do we do that? Well, we do that based on 8 different criteria. And the very first criteria, I think very important, one of the most important ones, is comfort. Now, these boots are very comfortable. I did like the comfort level of these boots. What I do in order to test the comfort level of the boots is, it's a 3-mile run without stopping. I'm not a good runner, but I can run 3 miles without stopping. And 5 miles walking right after the run without taking off the boots. The total wear time is about 7 to 8 hours. So I wear them all day without taking them off to see how comfortable are they. And I do really like these boots. They are very comfortable. Now let me tell you a few contributing factors. First of all, as you can see, for a mid-size boot, they are lightweight. They are fairly lightweight, and I really do like it. The materials that are made of are their leather. You can see this is a suede treated wet leather and synthetic parts here and there. They do use a lightweight materials. Now, another contributing factors to the comfort level is the inner sole. I do like it. It is not on the jelly side. It is not on the soft side. It is very firm, but at the same time, if you notice, the outsole is fairly thick. And this top level of the outsole is actually very flexible. So what that does is that part of the outsole takes a lot of the impact whenever you're running. Plus, whenever you're running, you can run properly in this boot. Sometimes boots, they have a too tough of the outsole and you cannot run on your toes because it's just too rough, the outsole. Here, it is flexible enough for you to properly run so that you do not put unnecessary stress on your ankles, on your knees. So I do like it about these boots. Now the inside of the boot feels very comfortable too. They do have that wraparound feeling that I do like. I do really appreciate that in shoes, especially hiking boots, because whenever your feet do not wobble inside of the boot, it's good. You're not gonna get tired. You're not gonna get fatigued from all that friction. So on the comfort level, I can give these boots a solid 9 out of 10. Yes, they are very comfortable. Only thing is that inner sole, it is very firm. There isn't really anything special about it. And I really wish that Under Armour used their Capron inner sole on these boots. If they did, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10 on the comfort level. Okay, let's move on to the criteria number 2, which is proofing and protection. Now, these boots are waterproof, and it's the Under Armour Stormproof waterproof technology. It's not Gore-Tex, it's a Stormproof. Just keep that in mind. Other than waterproofing, there is really not much of the protection going on in the boot body. The toe is not really reinforced in any way. Now, because it's leather, it gives you that you know, leather is a durable material, so it gives you that durability here, but still it is soft. There isn't really, now there are paddings on the ankle, but not anything sufficient enough to protect from impact, neither here nor there. The heel is reinforced, however. There is this nice plate going around the heel, and I kind of wish that Under Armour used at least a little bit here on the front of the toe to give that toe reinforcements, because I think it's very important whenever, especially for hiking situations, whenever you're hiking, you're climbing the rocks, you slip from the rock and you hit your toe. If you don't have toe protection, man, it's gonna hurt. All right. So another thing that I wanted to mention about the protection is the very bottom layer of the outsole, and it is a very, very tough rubber. Here you can see that it's just so much of it, so it will nicely protect you from penetration if you step on a sharp rock or anything like that. It is a very, very tough outsole, so I am definitely happy about that. So done with the proofing and protection, let's talk about the criteria number 3, quality and the design features. Now, quality wise, these boots are fairly new in the Under Armour fashion line. Yeah, I guess so. So if you check the link in the description below, the Amazon link for these boots, there aren't really a lot of reviews, only about 40 or 50 reviews. The ratings are pretty good, almost 5 stars, and I will be definitely giving 5 stars to these boots as well, because I do like them. I think they are good. There weren't any quality problems except right out of the box. As you can see, I had this little bit of scratch on the toe, and I am not sure whether it was something really sharp that did that right here, or if it was something really minor. Now, I wouldn't want to obviously test them and check and just stab them with something and see if it's going to do the same thing or if it's going to be worse. But if you do have these boots and you have experience with these boots, let me know in the comments below. It will be helpful to everyone. Regarding the design features, now I did mention the protection and all the waterproofing stuff. Also, I wanted to point out there are hooks here. There are 2 pair of hooks, which is good. I do like them. I think these are essential whenever it comes to the hiking boots, because you do want that quick release and tighten feature whenever you're hiking, if you're going down the hill, up the hill. And one thing to mention here, the hooks are plastic, so if that bothers you, keep that in mind. Honestly, in my personal experience with, I don't know, hundreds of boots that I've reviewed, I never had a problem with a plastic hook snapping or breaking, anything like that. In fact, these look very thick, so I honestly don't think, I don't know what you have to do in order to snap them. You'll probably rip them out here before you can break the hook itself. So pretty good. But here's my little complaint that I had about these boots that I cannot understand. Why, Under Armour? Why? If you guys are watching, which you're probably not, but can you tell me why you did this right here? Let me show you. Let me loosen this a little bit, okay? Just be patient. Just look. What the hell is that? What is that? Why'd you do that? What is the point of this? I don't get it. And that's really one of the only complaints that I have with this boot. Now, whenever you tighten the strings, there is a way for you to kind of lay over this little corner right here and this corner right here to kind of keep it in place. But imagine yourself running on the trail and you jump over a tree branch, and your tree branch catches on this freaking thing and it's just extra unnecessary stuff. Now, recommendation, I do like this leather piece here, you know, it's good, but can you like sew it here on this side so it's actually like holding and you can really take it out? All right, just a recommendation. Under Armour, guys, you gotta get on top of it. All right, so we're done with the quality and the design features. Let's move on to the number 4, which is another important criteria, is the outsole traction and stability. And this is one of the things, just like comfort, these boots really do shine at, because this outsole is great. Great. I think it's absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, like I said, we already talked about it being flexible, which is good. It's thick, so it's a little bit of thicker type. It's not very close to the ground. Keep that in mind, as you can see. I think it's very smart. It has this soft layer and then the very rough layer. But the best part, I think, is the design of the outsole, and it gives such a great traction on really anything that I tried it with. And I tried it on a bunch of different terrains. I tried it on a brand new tarmac that was just laid around outside of my house. I tried it on older asphalt. I tried it on a wet grass. I tried it on a trail with like dry leaves and not dry rocks, the dry sticks, branches from the trees, whatever. Your typical trail. I tried it on the sand, like a beach sandy surface, and there were part of the wet sand, so kind of like mud. I tried it on that as well, and it performs very well on all of them. I also tried them on a flat surface, shiny surface like a tile and marble. They perform great on all of it, and because it's a good balance between the aggression. As you can see, these grooves right here, they are very aggressive. All of them, they are really aggressive. As you can see, these individual ones, they have a really nice grippiness. They're like sharp. And then there is this ridge going on the side, which also is here and here, which also will help you if you're climbing something, like climbing a tree or climbing a rope. Would be really amazing. But at the same time, on top of all this aggression, they are fairly flat, so whenever you are running on the sand, they don't dig into the sand, and the sand does not catch on these grooves, so they don't become heavy or anything like that. I think great. Under Armour did a fantastic job. Honestly, can I give these boots on the outsole 10 out of 10? Yeah, I think I can. 10 out of 10 on the outsole. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's move on to the number 5. It's the temperature. Now, these boots, there isn't really a lot of insulation. There is, padding. But if you do wear a nice insulated socks with them, you can get away with some pretty cold temperatures. As you can see, the leather and all this padding here, it will be pretty good. Plus, the boots itself are waterproof, so they are definitely sufficient. In the snow, it's not like they're gonna melt, and as you can see, there's a gusseted tongue here, so you have probably about 4-5 almost inches from the ground. If you step in a puddle that deep or in the snow that deep and it starts melting on top, you're not gonna get wet. So pretty good in the temperature. I was testing them. I can't speak really a lot about cold because I was testing them in Florida, and it was really, really hot outside whenever I was running. And they are not too hot. I was not overheating in them, so they are definitely good whenever it comes to hot temperatures. Personally, I think I will be getting a pair of these for myself for my daily hiking, because I really do like them. Okay, so let's talk about really quickly the criteria number 6, which is the sizing. They are definitely true to the size. Under Armour, sometimes they do have problems with the sizing and their shoes and boots running a little bit small. This is not the case with these ones. These are definitely true to the size. Okay, criteria number 7, probably one of the most important ones in our Ultimate Survival Boot section, is the balance of application. Meaning that if these really were the last boots that you put on and you had to run outside of your house and you had to walk through all of these different terrains, different temperatures, in these dangerous situations, maybe you had to fight along the way, climb, would these be a good pair of boots? I think it's a great option. I think it is a pretty good option. Here's the thing. Whenever it comes to Ultimate Survival Boots, I think the boots that you can wear every single day, really anywhere, to work, to the grocery store, to school, will be the boots most likely that you will end up with. Because it's not like you're always home, right? You're always home and waiting for something bad to happen, and then it happens, and then you go to your closet and you take out your ultimate survival boots and you're like, alright, finally, I've never worn you before and this is finally the time to put you on and go. No, it's not gonna be the case. You're probably gonna be in school, you're probably gonna be at work, whatever, whenever something bad happens. If something bad really does happen. Okay, you get the point. So whatever you can wear every single day, that's gonna be the winner. You know, and a lot of boots that I review on this channel, they're amazing. They have all sorts of different protection, waterproofing, cool outsole and everything. They are hiking boots, tactical boots, hunting boots, all sorts of military boots, all sorts of amazing boots. But they all have one flaw. You cannot wear them on a daily basis unless your work involves wearing a tactical boot. Like for example, if you are, you know, a security officer or an officer in general, you know, stuff like that. If you are wearing tactical boots or military boots on a daily basis, that makes sense. Or if you're wearing hiking boots on a daily basis, if for example you work as a, I don't know, forest ranger, then it definitely makes sense. But for most of us who works in, I don't know, office, right? You wouldn't be able to wear something like that in the office or go to school in boots like that. Here's a good part about these boots is that they do look like your normal everyday boots. Now this particular ones is more, like I said, they're more tactical type of, you know, look because of their black and gray design, but they do have two more color options that I've seen on Amazon. In the link in the description below, you can check it out, in brown and light brown, which is more of that everyday boots type of coloring style. So I think in that particular department, these definitely do, you know, do pretty good. And other than that, you know, of course, like I already mentioned, the comfort level is great. The outsole is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. They are lightweight. So there is really nothing bad except this little thing, weird thing right here that I can say about this boot. So I think it's a very, very good option for your ultimate survival boots. And that brings us to the very, very last criteria, which is the price. And I think this is one of the other things where these boots, they do shine. They are very affordable. Now, depending on the color, depending on the size, they start on $76. $76, and they go up to about $140, depending on the size and the color that you pick. Like I said, the link is in the description below if you want to check it out, see how much they're gonna cost you. But not saying that $76 is cheap and small money. No, definitely not. But in that price range, there isn't really a lot of competition that good. Now, Under Armour, you gotta understand, they are a pretty good brand and they do have pretty expensive products. $76 for a boot like that from Under Armour, it is a pretty good price. Honestly, I am surprised, especially with some cool features like the waterproofing here. So overall, I think based on the affordability of this boot, based on the looks, that you can wear it every day, and if you need it as a tactical boot, there you go. This is it. This is right here. Honestly, that's how I would get them. But if you want to look more everyday-ish, then you can get a brown or light brown color. I think it is a pretty good option. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about these boots? Would you consider them for your tactical boots? Would you consider them for your hiking boots? And of course, do you think they are good ultimate survival boots? Because after all, that's what we're trying to determine. Alrighty, thank you very much guys for watching. This was Firearms of America, and I'll see you guys in the next video.